This is literally one of my favorite track days of the year. It is the Oldtimers weekend. Some of the coolest cars you can imagine are here on track. Some of them to drive in the weekend, but some it's just like cool people coming here to enjoy their cool classics. Normally here you just see GT3s and GT3 RSs and all kind of variants of the GT department. But in a track day like this, you have all this cool odd stuff, BMWs, Porsches, Mustangs, and a Mazda RX-3. Bunker noises have not appeared in One Lap Heroes for a very long time from the RingDorito days, so I'm actually very happy that we're going to have a little bit of that here. As I said, this is probably one of the coolest cars in the paddock. Very cool noise, very cool stance, 30-inch wheels, and very cool general vibes, you know, like I'm a big fan of the Rotary. I do love the car. That RX-3 is like epic. The people that drive it, very cool. The story of the car, very cool. I hope you enjoyed it, and it is a little bit of a return of Mazda content in One Lap Heroes.
I have one of these seat boxes which is not working for a change, and I'm looking at one that is working and I'm drooling.
Good evening, gentlemen. We are here on the Nordschleife and present here my little Mazda RX-3. It's an original car from the Deutsche Rundstreckenmeisterschaft. Is a little bastard, costs a lot of money, has a rotary engine, fucked me up every night. And yeah, we got it completely fresh restorated on the, now with a steel roll cage. In the past was aluminium roll cage. The body kit was originally like this in the past as well. The car was driving, I think, 79, 81, 80, something like this, 2-3 years. This is Autohaus Becker Bonn. This is the original team what did it in the past. The Autohaus Becker, they start end of the 70s when they bring the RX-7, the first generation, SA22. When this car wins was very successful in America, in I think Daytona, was it Daytona? And then for sure all the Mazda dealers get a little bit crazy in Germany as well. And the Autohaus Becker team, they say, okay, listen, this is a rotary car, and then let's start to make this car first. Like they did it like a T car in the end. So, and then they use it just to get experience for the RX-7, for the rotary business and then gearbox stuff and all the stuff. The car was then, in the second year was, like I said, used like a T car, but they never used it. There was, and then they say, okay, the RX-7 is running fine. The mechanics, they can drive this car on Sunday in the race to take the other teams some points away. But to be seriously, so much what I find out is that the car was all time had some problems. Every time, I don't know, gearbox, rear axle or whatever, I think it's never finished the race. So this is what I find out. So my dad, he was also one of these mechanics who was able to drive this car. And there was 2 other mechanics as well. They drove it for sure. They love it as well, like us. And yeah, that's our little bastard. '82 they stopped with the championship, with racing, this team. And this car was, until my father gets retired, was in the workshop, on a storage place. So in a very bad condition, was the axles, engine, gearbox, everything was missing. And the boss of my dad gave him this car for a present. So, and then when my dad gets retired with 60, then we bring it home and start the full restoration. On the RX-3, it's just homologated the 10A engine, is a very small one, and also the 12A. Do you see on the chassis number that this is a car who has originally a 12A engine? To be seriously, in the past, the marshals, what my dad told me, when they're going to the technical control, they open the bonnet, looks inside and say, oh, looks like a washing machine, must be a Rotary engine. So nobody take care. And also in 1980, they was running a 13B engine in this car.
Okay, so back in the day already.
Yeah. They told me, the mechanics told me, when they've been on the dyno, there was around, this car had around 185 horsepower in the past. Was a Bridgeport engine. Now it's a parallel port engine with a G-Track racing gearbox. And for the racing gearbox, they say it was not homologated, it was homologated. So this is something like a word that you don't make it so correct. still this gearbox is inside, and yeah, still we have to work on it. Every time there's some small stuff what we like to modify to do it better, and the plan is to doing next year maybe the 24-hour classic with this car. So that's the reason that we're here just for testing. We're doing also some more tests in the next couple of months, and yeah, to find out the proper ratio. We have to make a bigger oil cooler and many small oil leakage, but yeah, it's.
Is the suspension very modified from an original car?
In the front, the suspension arms and everything from the RX-7 first generation. In the rear is the rear axle from the RX-3, but we have to modify it completely with different bearings. Completely around is a gearling brake system, so he has 4-pot brake calipers in front and from gearling and also in the rear. So this car is without brake balance. You see, it's a tandem master cylinder, for sure 51mm carburetor, EDA, MSD ignition boxes, that is a stronger spark. And
roughly like power and weight, just so people can understand.
The weight of the car, last time when we've been on the scale was around, I think it was with 30 kilogram fuel, was around 906 kilogram. And the power, we have to go again to the dyno. We have the expert in Rotterdam, and I hope that we get around minimum 285, 290 horsepower. We have a special excenter shaft inside, and also the rotors. Everything gets a special machining, lightning, and rev going up to 10,500 minimum. So this is when the red light is flashing and we moving, they change the gears.
Very cool. I honestly think you have the coolest looking car in the paddock, but you definitely have the nicest sounding car.
Oh yeah, okay. But we can be lucky. We have also, and we have a look there on the tree. So this is another option of silencer. Yeah. So this, if this one will be not enough, this is we are driving with 4 silencers on this car, and that's a special one. But we was lucky that we doesn't use it, so nobody was mauling that we are too loud.
Nicest sound.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. If you like it.
Actually, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a fuel cell. You see, this means that you have to put in your oil inside. Yes, like most of the Rotary guys do it. We don't have this original oil pump anymore on the engine, so we have to doing a mix. There's a catch tank. He has 3 fuel pumps, and he needs really fuel enough. This fuel cell is now just 100 liter, but homologated is 120 liter. This we will change in winter time. Anyways, now towards the batteries there, and like you see, the suspension is. But this is all like it was in the past as well.